Alrighty, guys, welcome to another episode. We're back, and some stuff has been done since last time, so we're going to go over and do kind of just a general update about what's happened. And then also, there's been quite a lot of people commenting. At this point, it will have been about a week ago, several episodes ago, about our chain signaling and that we need more chain signals. And from a YouTube watcher perspective, I can see why you would think that, but we actually don't. We have a very specific way that we're doing stuff, and we're going to explain that just for clarification, and because you guys probably missed some explanation and designing of it. So yeah, that's the plan. I'll let Will take the wheel here.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, yesterday was Monday. I was dying and didn't stream, but I was binge watching TV and just sort of idling in the base. We completed the bot research 15, which cost 500,000 science packs. That was our treat to get into level 200 minor research. Yeah, treat.
Yeah.
Do it. Your treat is to do 500,000 packs science research. Thanks.
Yeah, great.
We're now plodding through the last batch of mining productivities, and then we treat ourselves to another bot speed at the end of that.
Yep.
That's where the research is at. I've been setting up to launch some rockets as well. So I've built this little thing down here. This is a little 121 train, very small, and it delivers rocket fuel and plastics from the oil base over to the Make Everything. This is to make the satellites, and then under here will be a satellite train. Do you have a train on you?
Mm-hmm.
I just need a 111. Thank you.
Yep.
So that'll be our satellite train that will deliver the satellites to the silo launch site.
Mm-hmm.
Mojo is just setting up for me. Train's moving. Train's moving. Lagging. Train's moving. Not good. Mojo is just setting up a bit of the Make Everything factory for me that will make satellites using the plastic and rocket fuel. The satellites, yeah, I mean too much. It needs its own low density, so to Make Everything is making its own low density structures. Hence why the plastic is needed to be delivered.
Yep.
It's also going to make its own solar panels, accumulators, radar, blue circuits are delivered, and the rocket fuel comes from the oil.
Mm-hmm.
Over at the oil, there's obviously a load station for that little train, and we've added a rocket fuel build to the left of it. Have we covered?
Yeah, I was in the process of doing it at the end of the last. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's finished, and I bricked it and walled it. I've done everything except name the station, apparently.
Yeah.
So that's ready to go. Yeah, so that's the update done on where we're at. Now, doing that, that was about 6 hours I was idling for and running at 48 UPS to finish that research. Then picked up on that it wasn't running full speed. It was at about 90%. Then Mojo joined as well. And we did a quick analysis and we found it was an iron ore shortage. So I was let off my leash.
Yeah.
And you remember Iron 20?
A notch.
Yeah. You remember that Iron 20 outpost that had loads and loads of trains going to it?
Yep.
It's not doing too well anymore.
Wow, it looks like pretty much dead almost.
Yeah, pretty much. It had like 40 trains going to it.
Wow.
Now I think it's down to about 4 because it just can't keep up with them anymore. Also, what was our really good outpost? Do you see where Copper 16 is on the west main line? If you look the far east main line.
Far east or west?
West, sorry.
West.
Copper 16?
Yeah. What,
Just
by the
above
lake?
it.
Wow, I'm literally seeing all except that one, but...
Right on the west main line. There's like 4 copper outposts out there together.
Have you found copper 12 and 14?
Yeah.
Do you know where the duck is?
Oh, yep, found it. Okay, yep.
Right, now just above copper 16 there's a little stub of main line.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, if you look very carefully, there's 2 boxes. Or 2 blue blobs. Just off the end of that stub. Well, that area there was our second biggest iron outpost.
That was copper 19 plus.
Mm-hmm. It's gone.
Wow.
That had like 12 trains assigned to it.
Jeez.
To the right of that a bit is Iron 5, one of our oldies. He ain't doing too well.
Yeah, he absorbed some of the.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Iron 19. It was another one. But yeah.
Yeah. To the right of that, on the other side of the vertical main line, is Iron 6. He ain't doing too well either.
Nope.
Down south of that, under the Ducky, who, poor Ducky.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Ducky's now been severed in half.
Just a brain and some body now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under Ducky, you'll see a blue squarey shape. That's our silo launch site under construction.
Mm-hmm.
And then under that is Iron 17, who is now pretty much taking some of the strain.
Yep. And you have tapped a secret iron outpost.
Yes. In the far east, my chat made me build a secret outpost while I was on the server alone. There was no one else here to yell at me, so I built a secret outpost, named it Iron 1. Didn't assign any trains to it, just left it. And it's a pretty good outpost. It's got a lot of mining drills. I didn't do anything clever with speed modulating it or anything like that. I just left it
Right.
as it is. And then discovering that we need iron desperately, we pretty much assigned every available train to it.
Yep. So there's a lot of trains going there now.
Yeah. Though and a train is never there because it's always in journey.
Right. And it looks like we actually have a slight backup again into the entrance of the smelter, which is strange because that hasn't happened in a really long time until now.
It's probably the lack of science.
Yeah, science was off. We forgot to remember this base has 2 speeds.
Oh yeah, off and full blast.
Yeah, and it doesn't like changing, so it's probably in the process of firing up.
Okay. So that takes care of that. Is there any more of the update, or should we go check out signals?
Yeah, just to sum up, we are really, really bad on iron outposts. Our oldies are dying very quickly. Because what happened was it was like a ripple effect. That big Iron 20 and Iron 19 stopped. And then all of the others suddenly had to take the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And they just was like, nah, I can't do this. I give up.
Yeah.
Almost instantly. And it was just this ripple effect of... I mean, like, if you review the game chat, I think it was just like, Iron 2's gone, Iron 4 gone, 6 is gone, 8's gone, 7's gone. Oh, no! It's, yeah. So I'm going to spend probably the rest of the stream tidying up outposts.
Yeah, and luckily there are a couple other, or at least one other very large iron outpost to the far east and north a bit, or iron patch, I should say.
Yeah, with the conjoined with the stone. Is that the one you're looking at?
No, the one. It's like the top.
I see the one to the east.
The topmost iron that you can see to the far east. Like you go east, almost to the one
On the edge of the desert.
Yeah, on the edge of the desert. Northeast. It's like a circle-ish.
I don't see it, but
Okay.
I trust that it's out there. I see the one conjoined with stone. He's pretty good.
Oh, that one. Yeah, if that's further east, is the big one. And up a bit.
By the lake, yeah.
No, by like if you go to the T junction where you
sorry.
split off for Iron 1,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at the west.
you go straight up to that. Yeah.
You're looking at conjoined ones in the west.
Oh jeez.
Oh, well, I want to go east. West, even. God damn it.
A direction.
I'll wait. It's me. I'll just
catching up.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's me. I'll just get all of them.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, so signals.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do and get you there in one piece.
Right. So people in the comments last couple episodes is going to seem kind of confusing because this episode is actually like a week after the ones I'm referring to, but around episodes like 37, 38 and 39 quite a few people were commenting that we needed more chains on our lines and junctions. And again, from a watcher's perspective on YouTube, I can see why it would look that way, but we do want to explain why we don't actually, and the reasoning for the system we're using.
Come on, 85% safe crossing. There we go.
So I assume they mean this top junction where we put in our traffic light system.
Yeah, because that's the episode that it's all kicking off on.
Yeah.
That was the one that went up yesterday, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the most recent as time of recording.
Yep. Wow.
Oh, there's a lake. Who put that here?
Wasn't that supposed to be landfill?
Yeah,
I thought we landfilled that.
that was the last time we landed.
That
on
was
this
in
planet.
another life, yeah.
That seemed like a long time ago now.
It really does.
A lifetime ago.
Yeah.
What will be interesting when we've completed this is to compare the two.
Mm-hmm. That would be, yeah.
Oh, what's the statistics at? Have we reached 20,000 yet? Oh, God,
27,000 trains crossed. Oh my god.
All right. If we use the middle one, because that's the busiest. Right, now be careful in here.
Yep.
Like really, really careful.
All right, I have a chance. Go, go, go. Whew.
Like be more careful.
Be more careful, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go up into this bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because now we can watch in safety.
Yeah.
See, these walls are helpful. Okay, so the suggestion was I think we needed more chains. I don't even really see it because we've got chains.
Yeah, I'm not, like, I read through the comments and it seemed a bit vague. They were just like, you need more chains, like, on your intersection. And that was it as far as I can recall.
Yeah. Now the only thing I can take that they mean is more chains this way,
Yeah.
so that they don't block the output. But that's why we measured all these signals so you can fit exactly 2 trains between outputs.
Yeah, exactly. So a train shouldn't ever stop over an output. It should stop in between and fit just right.
Yeah. Which is why we messed around for hours making it fit.
Yeah, and then...
And you yelled at me.
Yeah. And then we use normal signals because you can't wire chain signals. And we use normal signals to create a traffic light system which essentially stops trains based on like how many are waiting here on the output.
Yeah, if there's only one waiting to leave, like this guy is on his own, he won't be allowed to go yet. And then that allows full throughput on the main line without any interruptions, because we're not going to stop, what's that, 6 lanes of traffic to let one train out. It's just not worth it. So he'll be held here infinitely until a buddy comes up to join him.
Yeah, and
One should be coming soon.
and this is a good example, right? So this one stopped, and you would think a train stopping at this signal behind him would block something, but a train will fit perfectly in this area, even if it stops at that red signal, and won't block anything. See, so he stops.
Now these 2 are allowed out. It will stop the main line for these 2.
Yeah, and him stopping across this again, just to clarify, you saw that train halfway stopped across this. Bottom line, doesn't hurt anything because this entire main line is stopped anyway to let those trains out.
Yeah, one way or another, for these trains to exit, the trains have to stop on the main line.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is sort of moving past the traditional chain and normal signal, which I guess you could say we kind of wrote the book on. I mean, I was using chain signals before there was chain signals. We used to use rail stations, so I know perfectly well how chain signals and normal signals are supposed to interact. However, chaining big bits of track together is terrible for throughput because the second train won't leave that and so won't start that entire block until the train is out at the other end, meaning you get huge gaps between the trains, which is what we had happening. And you had this massive queue down the main line, if you remember from like 20 episodes ago, and now there's none.
Yeah.
Because the main line is really fast. The trains follow each other really closely down the line.
Right, and it looks like Can in your chat said that he thinks they're
Mm-hmm.
saying to do traditional Reddit T-junction, regular signals on the exit chain everywhere else. He says our normal T-junctions have more regular signals, and I think that that's literally for the reason you just said, if I'm understanding correctly.
Yeah, the idea is to move. Let's go over to the high tech one, because that is something I might want to roll out if I can as a new standard T junction for us.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it works better than.
No! Oh my
Oh.
god! That
So I
was
saw
some
the
fast
light turn
reflex.
yellow. I saw the light turn yellow. I was like, nah, abort.
Oh my god, this is like...
This is dangerous. This is why we walled it, because we're not supposed to be in here.
Yeah.
I'm getting out. Let me out. Oh. Yeah. Right, so the high-tech T-junction. This is... ignore this lane to the bottom. This is just something we've done that's probably a bit extra.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens here, this is not a traditional T-junction by any means now. So what happens is, the main line is not chained, as would be traditional, because like I just said, I don't want this whole T-junction from like here, in line, I'm not going to, you point
Yeah.
in line with me here,
Mm-hmm.
over here, which is where it would end, but you'd have to go past that by proper rules, and you'd be about here. Which means that a train would not start until a train left this bit, leaving this whole bit as an empty gap. So we just normal signal the main line to let it flow. When a train wants to get across, it pulls into this dedicated lane, which you wouldn't have to use. We are, but I don't think it's needed on normal T-junctions.
Mm-hmm.
The signaling will detect if this signal goes red, which means a train has passed past it and is waiting, his nose is up here.
Yeah.
Which tells us signaling that there is a train waiting to cross. What it will then do is turn these signals here. Do you see them connected to the power pole with the red wire?
Yep.
They are acting as our chain signals, and they will be turned red, which means that once the trains that have already passed through they will just make their way through, but no more will follow. So we are stopping the main line. That will then allow this guy to nudge his way across and get across. As soon as his tail end is past this one, the signals will be released back to normal over here. And as soon as the guy has made his crossing, the main line will just open back up behind him naturally.
It's like a dedicated traffic light turn lane.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, you roll up and then the cycle changes. Roll up at it'll be a left-hand turn for you, but right-hand turn for me. And that would change when you roll up at the line. It'll change the cycle to include that traffic light right-hand turn or left-hand turn.
I was hoping a yellow pop train would turn up, but bloody typical.
I can simulate it for you, if you like. So we'll imagine that a train has just rolled up.
You can just put a train down.
Lag.
A little train to...
I've done it with the circuit, so you can see the trains have all stopped.
Yeah.
To let it through.
Yep.
So he goes through, and once he leaves,
it opens
off they
back
go
up
again.
Yeah, and you see and that's actually perfect. You see how fast these trains are going through the junction on the main line.
Mm-hmm.
Get out the way, you stupid refill train. Just
yeah.
Here we go.
There you go. Straight across.
Yep.
Main line held for him, and they're released. And look at that. Instantly, the main line's running again. Yellow train doesn't have to wait, because him waiting here to cross is also bad, because he's backing up
here's
traffic
the actual
behind
yellow
him.
train.
Oh, yep. I think you like. And look at that. Straight across. Main line's released. Like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, so this allows much higher throughput, and you can see also there were some people commenting, and again, I do realize from the YouTube perspective, not to mention that they're like the videos that these comments are on are like 8 episodes behind where we currently are, but people were like saying, that we need to do this, this, and this for higher train throughput, which at the time is true, but now we can see unless research stops, like we saw earlier, we literally don't have, like, until that research stopped, I had not seen a backup on the main line in probably 10 hours of play.
Yeah. Also notice it's cleared now.
Yeah, it's cleared, and things are working perfectly.
Yeah, just don't stop the train. This base cut can't stop.
Yeah, you got to keep it on all the time.
It's
it's like a car with a dead battery, right? If you turn it off, then you're gonna have a problem.
Yeah. So if we don't have anything for it to do, we better bloody make something quick.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully that kind of helps answer questions and understand the system we're using here better. It seems to work very well. And yeah,
This works way better than just relying on chain signals.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm honestly thinking about redesigning just about every standard junction that I have in favor of doing our signals manually.
Yeah.
Or, circuit controlled. Because you could do it the other way as well. If so you got the split off that goes right, which goes to the left, which we don't ever use unless it's a PAX train. Do the same thing. It just detects if there's a train waiting and stops the main line to let it out.
You should also say the reason this came about was because the purple pack train would come along and want to turn up, and it would just never get it going. And I think the time when we decided to do it, it was sitting there for nearly 10 minutes.
Yeah, right. We chased it was yellow pot, not purple. We chased the problem of science back to yellow pots, came to investigate, and found the yellow pot train sat here trying to get across the main line, and it never got a chance because the main line was so busy. So we were like, we need to stop, detect that there's a pot train wanting to get across and stop the main line for him.
Yeah, and it works beautifully, and it's really simple to set up, right? I mean, these signals, you wire it to the power pole, and you set read signal, and then here we have red and orange outputting red signals, and then I'm gonna try to sneak in here and not die. Wow, that was close. And then this one is essentially if red is more than 0, meaning if this is outputting a red signal, obviously it's going to be more than 0, it's going to be 1. Then you close the signal, stop the main line, and the power poles are for transporting the signal, right? So it transponds to all these signals wired. And it's literally as simple as that. This is really quite terrifying. Okay. Whew.
Get out of there. That's what you're not covered by the insurance when you're in there.
Am I ever covered by insurance?
Yeah, when you're out here on the grassland, you're okay. You're covered.
Fair enough. So yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna, in my future bases too, if I have high train throughput and stuff, I'm gonna start doing this as well. And I mean, it works so well, and it's so simple. You
also notice that it has regular signals just to budget through. So it doesn't need to sit back here. It just pushes it through that little bit further as it waits for the last of the trains to clear.
Yeah, so if it's waiting for the top track, but the other 3 have already cleared, it won't wait back here. It can get right up to the last track. That'll help it get across the main line quicker.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter that he's across the main line while he waits because they're stopped anyway to let him through. So they're actually wanting him to get on with it so that they can go again.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's the system. Everything's working fantastic, and we're actually tearing through these researches pretty quick considering they're 20K a piece, and we're only at 48 UPS.
Yeah, if you check the 10-minute consumption, 9,900. That's damn close to full power.
Oh yeah, for the packs.
That's all 5 pots on consumption for the last 10 minutes should be 10,000. It's less than 100 short of perfect.
Yeah, it's like 3 short.
Yeah,
pretty much. So, yeah, doing good. And really, I think that about covers it as far as I can think. We have this light system here. We obviously have it on the previous exiting from the smelters we showed, and then our other junctions we don't have it, but we don't need it. I mean, as you can see, as long as there's not a huge backup like through the whole system like we used to have, then these other junctions work fine as they are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, perfect.
What is?
Yeah, next time we'll be launching some satellites, I think.
Yeah, we're gonna try for 1 rocket minute for, I don't know. I mean, we're not gonna do like tons and tons of rockets, but enough just to try to.
We might have to. We're going to run out of research at this rate.
What do you mean that last bot research? We're gonna be here for like 40 hours just for that.
We'll be fine.
What's this power pole for? Do you know?
I don't know. It's got a wall around it. Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. Okay. Oh, it's placed by Brit. Oh man, she didn't
Must
break
be
it.
important then.
Interesting.
I don't know. And you keep typing. That means he's finished. I can have a drink.
Well, you can go.
Nope.
I'm gonna finish. I was typing in your chat, but you're getting your keys mixed up. But yeah, I'm gonna end it here, guys. Hope that helped, and we will see you next time when hopefully we are launching some rockets.
Yeah, 8 at a time.
8 at a time.
Megabase tradition.
Megabase tradition. It's gonna be pretty fun to watch and loud.
Oh yeah.